Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. There's some disturbing news coming straight out of LA right now, and honestly this is exactly why so many black folks are choosing to stay home and mind their own business, because when things like this happen, guess who gets blamed? Yep, black folks. So here's what's going on. They're already pointing out fingers at black people for the looting happening in LA, but I want you to really pay attention to the video playing in the background right now. Do you see any black faces pushing down those doors? This is exactly what I mean. And as if that's not enough, in another clip that surfaced, some Hispanics were actually caught on camera calling a black police officer that word right there on the street, and the brother wasn't even doing anything but standing there trying to control the situation as an officer. Just 2 weeks ago it was white folks and even some Latinas talking about how they got black fatigue. Now all of a sudden this week it's, oh, we need your help. Which one is it? Seriously, what is the problem? And please don't mind the random palm color guy who's in the videos. I don't know what that was about. He's calling himself a black person, but you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So yeah, this is what's unfolding right now in LA, and I can't help but imagine what could have happened if more black folks actually got involved in this protest. So let's watch these clips. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm gonna come back at the end of this video as usual to give my own 2 cents. Let's watch this.
When in doubt, point the blacks out. When in doubt, point the blacks out. That Mexican lady got on TV and said that it was the black people who were rioting and looting. The black people who came out there to help them protest. Said it was the black people who were rioting and looting. They were being peaceful. First of all, I thought everyone got the memo that this was not our battle. This is not our fight, it is yours. And we were sitting at home, minding our business, with our boots on the ground, practicing our line dances for the summertime fine. And she got up there and said that it was us rioting and looting. This is why you were supposed to keep your ass in the house. Because if you was in the house and it was none of us out there, they could not point the finger at us. So whoever hard-headed self is out there, get your ass back in the house, because we know it wasn't you. But now you out there and they can point at you. Get your ass in the house, oh hard.
And black people don't go to them protests. Even if you are an immigrant, even if you have family members that are immigrants, don't go to them protests. Because now we have non-black Hispanics and Latinos blaming black people strictly for the looting that's going on in LA. Did y'all call on us for help so that y'all could try to make it seem like we was the problem?
Wait a goddamn minute, man. This Mexican lady just got on the news and said that the people that are rioting and stealing are black people that came to help the protesters. Watch CNN, they saying that it's not the peaceful Latino protesters, that it's the blacks that came to protest with them. We ain't out there with y'all. Them is Mexicans with masks on. We see y'all arms, we see y'all necks, and we see y'all fucking face color. Like y'all is not hiding from nobody. Them is Mexicans. And I'm gonna continue to say this, black people stayed up, because this is what the fuck is happening. Now we to blame for the riots and the looting. It's us now. We ain't even out there.
Black Americans do have the right to say that we're minding our own business. Black Americans have done enough, okay? Black Americans don't have to be the voice for every single group and every other person. And black Americans are allowed to be tired, to be like, you know what? Y'all figure it out. We told y'all what to do. You didn't want to listen, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And another thing, when it comes to other people using the N-word, this is why I say that there is no black and brown. I'm just going to be honest. There is no such thing as black and brown as a collective, because you have people like this. And I don't understand why a lot of them feel so comfortable using this word. We are not the same people. We are not the same people. And that's a black man, whether you like what he's doing, which is his job, whether you like that he's doing his job, and he's doing his job, and you're saying, oh, I'll spit in your food and I'll do this to you and blah, blah. And then you using the N-word, bro. This what I be talking about. So like, nah, bro. Ain't no such thing as a collective. Ain't no such thing as black and brown. And honestly, we know how a lot of people feel about us as black folks anyway. So again, I don't have, if we say we're opting out and we don't want to speak on what's going on, we don't have to. Because one thing I know is when something happens to black folks, where y'all gonna be? Are y'all gonna lift y'all voices up? No, you're not. As a collective, no, you're not. You're not. Because historically, you never did.
How you doing, sir? I didn't want to do another video, but upon a further investigation, I see here that you're blaming black people as looters. Are you jumping on my page, judging me, a black man, and accusing other black men and women of looting? Sir, I find that extremely disrespectful to the entire black race. And I'm here to tell you that I will not tolerate that, and I don't tolerate that type of racism, especially if they're black Americans. Have a safe night. The Lord is my shepherd.
If you are going protesting, I cannot stress this enough. You need to document everything, both videos and photos. I'm speaking from experience. This is me in May of 2020, right after the protests for George Floyd, when the riots broke out on Fairfax Avenue in Los Angeles. And after the protests, I was there when all of the havoc started. And as you can see from these photos, notice the skin color of everyone in the photos. Notice the lack of black people. I took this photo of people breaking into Flight Club, the most popular shoe store in Los Angeles, while standing right here in front of my shop because Flight Club was only 2 doors down. And notice the people breaking in. Notice the lack of black people. Even though the narrative was that black people were the ones who were doing the looting. And even with the narrative of the National Guard didn't do anything other than come in and make it feel like there was something to have opposition against. Again, I could tell you as someone who was a business owner who had to defend a shop from 6 different attempts at looting, including people who ran at me with a hammer, by myself unarmed, because even though police were there, and even after the Army National Guard got there, they did not do a single thing to help any of the businesses or business owners whatsoever, other than to shoot gas and rubber bullets into the crowd, including myself, as you're about to see in this clip, where I was only paying attention to the 5 feet in front of me, to the point that I didn't even realize that was happening because I was tuning everything out, just focusing around me, to the point that some woman had to literally point at me and tell me to run. That's the full video. If you want to check it out, I'll link it. So yeah, document everything so that you can combat all of the false narratives and lies that will come out in the media thereafter. And be safe.
And now that this administration has decided to deploy 700 Marines in Southern California in response to the LA protests, if you are black and brown and you've been outside, you've been in those protests, I think that now is the time to get back inside. I think that now is the time to get back inside. I'm not even faulting you for being out there. I understand at this point right now, things is rough. People are fighting for their rights. People are fighting for what they believe in. And sometimes you don't feel like, you don't want to stay home. You don't want to be silent. You don't want to feel like you're complacent. I completely understand that, but historically speaking, when it starts getting the way that we're seeing that it's getting, military force, our people are usually the casualties, okay? We are the casualties, and that's just the facts. Here in America, it is what it is. I never want you guys to feel like I'm telling you to just stand aside idly and not do anything. I never want you to feel like I'm telling you to remain silent. I never want you to feel like you're not allowed or you shouldn't be given the right to exercise your freedom of speech or to go and protest. You have all of those rights. It's just historically speaking, it's not safe for us to do so.
You go to cover, nigga. I'm fake, nigga. All you do, dog. I'll spit on your plate. I'll put my on your plate, nigga. Family.
There. Point that shit at him right there. Point that shit at there right there.
He doesn't look like he gonna cover though.
Get going to no shit. Hell nah. Hell nah.
He ain't going to that cover.
What's your favorite thing to order at cover?
Everything.
Y'all can address that, then stop looking for black people to be out there for y'all. Y'all are not black. Latinos, specifically Mexicans, Cubans, y'all are not black. You don't have the right to say that word. You do not come from a lineage of bondage. You do not come from a place where you were sold. Okay, you are not black. No matter how much you try to be a thug, you are not black. No matter how many times you hang around black people, you are not black. And if you are not an African American, a descendant from slavery, that word should never come out of your mouth. This is why most black people are not out there, on top of them being tired because we said we told you so. This is one of the reasons why we don't feel aligned with y'all, because of things like this. And it's not just them, because they learned it from somewhere. And I don't want to hear the excuse is a product of their environment, because baby, I grew up around Latinos, okay? I grew up around them, and none of them would ever use the N-word in front of me. And yes, I grew up in Houston. So don't bring the Texas shit in there either, because that's BS. They would get checked. And I do mean by the chin. Until y'all can address that shit, don't say nothing to black people. Fix your house first before you go outside.
Well, ain't that some shit? Look at how the motherfucking cookie crumbles. The same motherfuckers that was echoing and dick-eating white people saying that they have black fatigue are the same motherfuckers this week. Black people, we have to stop these injustices and reunite black and brown. Nah, fuck all that. I like when we had the water fountains and shit to ourselves. Everybody had their own water fountain. I want to keep the shit like that.
You're a white Hispanic telling a black man in America you hope that he's in the position y'all in right now? What do you think happened the past 400 years? It wasn't a simulation. It actually happened.
Black people in LA, mind your business. Black people in LA, mind your business. This don't got nothing to do with us. ICE and the National Guard being in LA has nothing to do with us. I don't understand rallying behind a whole bunch of people that hard ER you. They don't even like you for real. Everybody want to make their problems our problems. It's tired. It's tired. This don't got nothing to do with us. Sit there, watch, look. Don't go out there. Go home. Go watch the NBA finals. Go do something that's black related. Go have a cookout. Go do something black. Like, this don't got nothing to do with us.
And you know what, family? This whole situation, it just proves once again why black people really need to stay home. Stay out of it. Sit this one out, because every single time black folks try to be part of something, or even just show up, even when black folks are minding their own business, they flip the script and make it black people's problem. So black folks are being accused of looting in LA, but you've seen the footage for yourself. Where are the black faces in those videos? Where? I didn't see any. But the blame still lands on every black person every time, like clockwork. And to top it off, you've got non-black people bold as ever throwing that word around like it's casual, like it's cool. It's never cool. It's never okay. Every time that word leaves the mouth of someone who is not black, you can feel the hate packed in it, no matter how they're trying to sugarcoat it, no matter the so-called context, no matter the excuses they think they have the right to use that word. There's nothing casual or playful or funny about it. That word carries hundreds of years of pain and disrespect. And here we are, they are saying it to a black police officer, a man who's literally just standing there doing his job, trying to keep things in order. And then these very same people turn around asking for black people's help. Like, really? You want the black community to step in, support you, protest for you, raise their time, their voices, our voices, and then you spit in their faces by accusing them of looting and calling, black people that word. You call one person that word, you call every person that word. Make it make sense, please. Someone out there, please make this make sense, please, because I'm failing to understand this. And to my black brothers and sisters out there, the ones are trying to guilt trap other black folks into protesting, showing up, getting involved in the fights that are not even theirs. This is the disrespect you're asking black people to stand beside. This is what you want black people to energy behind. They are not doing it. They're done. Black people stood for everybody. They fought for everybody, marched for everybody. And this is the things they are getting. These are the results. And at this point, I'm just gonna say it. It doesn't matter anymore how the boss sees minorities, whether he sees everybody as the same, whether he thinks of this as less. Honestly, I think it doesn't matter anymore, because the very people black folks have been standing with, voting for, marching for, are showing us, who they truly are. They've made their position clear. And you know what? This is why the Asian community is staying quiet right now. They're watching, they're sitting back and letting all this unfold, because they see the disrespect too. They see what happens when you stick your neck out. And they are not about to jump into the fire like the way black folks do. And who can blame them? I mean, look at the mess. And let's not forget the 92% who voted the right way, who stood on the side of justice. It was black Americans. Most of them, they voted for the rights of everybody: Hispanics, Asians, Africans, everyone. And what did the Latinas do in return? We know what happens, okay? What happened, what followed. Latinas for Trump. I don't even have to say it. History speaks for itself. And don't even get me started on the "we stood with you during the Black Lives Matter" line. Some of you did, absolutely, or most of you did. And that's exactly why black folks voted the way they did. And that's why they supported certain causes, because they believe in unity. They thought maybe, just maybe, there could be, real alliance, real solidarity. But now look at what is happening. Because here we are, blamed again, disrespected again, called names again. This is really sad, honestly. It's really sad that instead of reaching out to work with the black community, make efforts to build real bridges to heal. Some of you are out here making things worse, bedding down the little trust that was left, tearing apart whatever hope was left. And these are just my thoughts, guys. These are just my opinion. This is just how I feel. My feelings, my truth. I know most of you watching this are feeling the exact same way, but don't want to say this out loud. Well, I said it because it needs to be said. At the end of the day, black people have got to, protect themselves, look out for themselves, because if you don't, this is the kind of betrayal you keep running into. You give your energy, your voice, your vote, your support, and what comes back? Blame, disrespect, and more demands. So yeah, let's be wise. Let's not jump to fight battles that aren't ours. Okay, let's not get guilt-tripped into protests that lead nowhere but pain and confusion for black community. Let's be still, let's watch, let's rethink, because every time we step out, this is what happens. And you know what? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's talk about this. Are you seeing the same patterns I'm seeing? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. No holding back, okay? And as always, thank you for watching. I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.